It's now Sunday the 14th of July and it's 20 past 9 in the evening, and it's an absolutely beautiful night here. It's really still, really calm. The water's like a mirror. I think it's probably only the second or third time on this trip that we've seen it so calm and kind of inviting, really. I've also got an absolutely gorgeous sunset just over my shoulder. You can see the reds and the orange of the sky that give way in the clouds to the pinks and the purples, and it's just really beautiful. So last time we spoke to you, we were in Poole Harbour, and kind of similar. We left Poole Harbour. It was a eerily quiet, calm morning. Must have been about 3:30, so it was still dark. But yeah, that kind of lulled us into that false sense of security that it likes to. So we left Poole Harbour and made our way out of the harbour towards Swanage, coming past the rocks that are affectionately known down there by everyone that goes to lifeboat colleges, Old Harry and Old Harry's wife. Big white stacks that stick out of the corner, where I'll let Alan take over and tell you about the dreaded overfalls again.
Yeah, so just so you can visualise the noise, Mhairi's actually rowing just now and I'm just having a very short break till I get back on, because we're trying to push on and make some progress, but we'll give you a bit of an update on that shortly. So yeah, we had a number of overfalls to contend with as we left Poole. We had Old Harry, then as we were passing Swanage, we had the Peveril Ledge. It was another interesting one. Girlston Head, another one, and then just a little bit further on with St Albans Head. Before we then tried to get a bit of shelter. We were fighting the tide then.
Oh, it was just horrible.
So we went into Kimmeridge Bay.
Well, just before we got there, we got told we had to stop anyway.
Yeah, well, we had a visit from the range safety boat,
Stop
basically
or get shot,
telling us we couldn't go into the range. We were actually going into the bay to anchor anyway, so it just meant that our short anchor became a slightly longer anchor, and we didn't fancy getting shot, so that's what we did. So we lifted anchor then, and we were originally thinking that we'd still make it as far as Weymouth. But as we started rowing, it was a slow row. There was no going fast.
It was like rowing into treacle between the headwind and the.
But that had a real positive side to it. I've always wanted to go to Lulworth Cove and go in by boat and drop anchor and stay in the boat. So we've got to do that. That was out on my bucket list.
It's beautiful.
Stunning little spot. It's a little cove that opens up. It's a fairly narrow entrance, and it's like a circular cove inside. So there's really good shelter from probably everything but a southerly wind, and it's a bit of a mecca for boats. So we got in, there was a few boats already anchored, and we dropped anchor, and a beautiful quiet evening. As we were setting off the next day.
Oh, we even got for a swim.
Oh yeah, we got for a swim, aye, that's right.
We scrubbed Boudicea's bottom.
Yeah, Boudicea. Poor Bodie. Covered in manky green fuzz, even above the waterline where the water's been sitting. She was just completely and utterly caked in green fuzz. So I got in the water first and swam round using a pot cleaner, which is in the bin now, but it wasn't really cutting it, so we used our deck scrubbing brush, and that got a good amount off anyway. So it's just beautiful in the water, so refreshing, and it was cold when you got in originally. Don't get me wrong, but it was just nice, really nice. I came out of the water, had a bit of a soap up, and then jumped back in to get the soap off, and then fresh water wash once it came out, and then Mhairi did the same, so it was quite refreshing all round.
Yeah.
And then we left. Oh, Lulworth Cove, what was that, about 1 o'clock or something?
Yeah, we left about 1 o'clock
And,
to get ready for going round the
yeah, it was a
dreaded
prep
Portland
day for
Bill.
the dreaded Portland Bill. It's a massive tidal race. There are quite fearsome overfalls there, you know, if you catch it at the wrong time. So we did a lot of humming and hawing, and we chatted to Charlie Pitcher from Rannoch Adventure, and Charlie gave us some really sound advice, which we followed. So we went over to Portland Bill on the first tide, dropped anchor, got some rest. Well, we never
Not
slept,
really, because I
but-
was really anxious about going round Portland Bill, because pretty much everyone that we'd spoken, oh, you can't go round the inside of that, you'll be in trouble, you'll need an engine.
All the piloted instructions and everything that you find, both from the almanac and various sources on the internet, they all paint a really bleak picture. So we got over to the Portland Bill freshwater bay, we dropped anchor, and we were just sort of settling down to get some rest, and I heard something rubbing on the hull, and it turns out the tide had turned and there was some fishing gear that had set down on top of us. So we were up again, lifted the anchor, moved a little bit and dropped anchor again and bedded down. So we set off from Freshwater Bay quite early. What was that, about 3?
Half past 3.
Half 3. And we made our way to the tip of Portland Bill. We followed Charlie's advice to the letter, and we were actually 15 minutes early, which I think was a bonus as well. So we were completely flat water going round. We got a little bit of a squirt from the tide initially, but that quite quickly died off as we got a bit further away.
I don't know what all the anxiety was about.
Yeah, it was great. And Lime Bay, it seems to go on forever.
And ever.
But it actually does if you look at it on the chart. So we covered, well, it's over 50 nautical miles I'd originally plotted. We cut it short a little bit when we realised that the wave pattern it was equipped at, it wasn't big waves in any manner or form, but it was just an awkward shape, an awkward pattern, and it just knocked the speed right out of us. So we were really struggling to push on. We decided to alter course a wee bit and made for headland between Dartmouth and Brixham. And on the way though, we had some awesome encounters with dolphins. So first pod, what do you reckon, about 20 to 30?
About 20. Noticed some just off the port side, but then I noticed more like really jumping and leaping out the water just off the bow, and then they came relatively close, but not that close enough for us to have a good look.
Aye.
And then before we knew it, there was more dolphins, and this time they came really close. It was like to say, what are you doing in our patch? They were swimming under the boat.
Aye.
You could look them in the
Eyeballing
eye.
us as well. They go on their side as they want to look at you, and it's just amazing. There's something really cool, something really special about it, because you're having this encounter with a wild animal or mammal, and it's just, you know, they want to be there, they want to be next to you and looking at you.
Yeah, they're
and
quite inquisitive, really.
Yeah, cool.
But I don't know why is it every time you see a dolphin, it's like the first time you've ever seen one in your life.
I just
It's
love
just
dolphins.
super
I think
exciting every
they're
time.
Cool.
It's really uplifting of the spirits.
Yeah. So we had another. So that was that first encounter, the big pod. Then the small pod came in. Then that Mary's talking about there. We had another 2 encounters after that. At various times throughout the day. The last one actually, Mary had gone off to get her rest break, and 2 dolphins came in. I saw them coming in quite quickly. They closed in really quite tightly to the boat. So managed to get my phone out and took a really short video clip.
You should have been rowing.
And if anyone's interested in that, it's on our Facebook page though. It's worth a look. Yeah, so that was just that was lovely, because it was quite a slog. You know, we rowed for 24 hours and got a wee bit of rest, and we pushed off again today. What about 11:30 was it?
About 11:30 we decided to row against the tide so that we could be in the ideal position to get round the headland. Can't remember what
start point.
start point, and avoid the overfalls.
It was
So it
quite
paid
a
off
cool day,
again.
though. It was, you know, it wasn't a fast row against the tide, but it's been a beautiful day. The sun's been out, water's been flat, the wind's been light, although it was a headwind for a good bit of it. But we had
A few visitors.
Aye, there was the first boat that came along. Well, we saw some nudists. They were sailing in there.
Well, we think we were. We didn't get the
hiding in a
bindings
cove,
out.
and we happened to row past. Morning. But aye, there was a boat came over with a really good play. They were a lovely couple. They were just genuinely interested. There was a boat sailing past, and the guy was asking if we needed anything. So thank you. Don't know what your name was or where you're from or anything, but it's just really nice gesture. But obviously we can't accept any help. I just moseyed down to start point, and there's overfalls off start point. But we stayed close in, and it was just like a flat calm day. Took an inside passage, cut inside a little rock island underneath the start point lighthouse, and that saved us a wee bit of time as well. So now we've passed Salcombe. There's a couple of overfalls off the entrance to Salcombe itself, and we're just moseying on. The sun has set, but the sky is just a beautiful red, orange. I don't know, how do you describe that colour? Almost pinky.
The pink and purple, like we did right at the start of this podcast.
Aye, but it's changed since you said it.
I can't really see it.
Just the reflection on the water is just stunning. It's
just gorgeous.
Calm, glass-like water. There's a scattering of cloud cover too. Adds to the aesthetics.
If every day was like this,
I know, we'd be home in 20
we wouldn't
days.
be coming home. We'd just be staying out.
So yeah, we're hopeful that we can keep rowing, but we've got a contingency plan, and that is just to push into the bay that we're passing at the moment and drop anchor, wait for the tide. But kind of hoping that we can keep rowing, because there is a bit of wind coming again, so we need to try and make progress while we can. Because we'll probably have a weather day on Monday night, Tuesday, and probably Wednesday, middle of the week, before we get away again. But fingers crossed that changes.
Hopefully.
Anyway, I think that's probably about it for now.
Yeah, most of you will be thinking about going to bed and getting ready for work in the morning.
Aye, we're staying up, or maybe staying up.
We'll push on for as long as we can.
Land's not far away.
Huh?
Land's End's not far away. If you look at it on the chart, we've covered a fair scalp in the last however many hours.
Hopefully continue at this pace.
Anyway, we'll catch up soon. See if I can get married to keep rowing for a bit longer. Make my break even longer. Bye for now.